What happened? Where'd we go?
We are live. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, yeah, you would have hit it. Gentlemen, you just got done Valentine's Day. The pressure is on you. It's a card holiday. The corporations are all on you every day. You know, you got to give something to your woman. Give something to your woman. All the pressure is over now. It's February 15th. That pressure's behind you. You've received your Valentine's Day blowjob.
Pressure's been released.
Now you can just live your life. Free of the pent-up semen. The chocolates were worth it, my friend.
You're lonely no longer.
And for all you people who bought the chocolates, sat at home, lonely, eating chocolates, touching yourself. Happy Valentine's Day. Mother Nature's ravaged our crew tonight, but we still live on. And we're going to put on a great show. Anybody that's listening right now is a hardcore fan. And the only way we can get this show started is to do one thing, people.
What's that, Peter?
Well, everyone still listening on or watching on YouTube right now knows what it is. It's our goddamn theme song.
What, this one?
Welcome to Live from the Dutch Hall, Canada's only late night late night talk show to come out of a pool shed in some guy's backyard in rural Ontario.
Just rolling off the old tongue today, eh, Pete?
Thank you, Paul. Thank you for calling me on my horrible opening, because I deserve it. I deserve it. Let's try it over again. I'll say, welcome everyone to Live from the Dutch Hall. We are Canada's only late night podcast. Fuck.
Stop.
One more time. Welcome everybody to Live from the Dutch Hall. We are Canada's only late night talk show.
There we go.
And we are that way because we have the greatest band in late night. No, sorry. We have the greatest band in Canadian late night history.
You got it.
The Nocturnal Emission.
Hey, how?
What I did today is I shuffled them all up and I mixed them up and I put our band leader Michael Bull right beside me and he's playing rhythm guitars. He's on vocals. Let's hear it for him, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey.
Michael Bull.
How you doing out there?
And right beside him, he's the savior of the Nocturnal Emissions because he's trekked all over Ontario today, hither and whither and vain or whatever. Dale.
That's right, it was crazy.
And you made it through the snow and the slippery conditions, and you're here today. You're Steve the Reluctant German on lead guitar, everyone.
He has to say one thing.
Yes.
There's nothing going on in my headphones. It's really bothering me.
It's funny. So you can check to see that they're plugged in, my friend. I wouldn't even mind if you stopped playing guitar because I think I can see they're not plugged in.
Yeah. Plug your fucking
Who's on the
headphones
drums,
in.
Pete?
Most likely,
Go over
if
there.
your headphones aren't working, first thing to check is if they're plugged in. And the guy who gets the sound, were they plugged
It's
in?
a new spot. How am I supposed to know?
Well, it's still the same concept, electricity and such. But on percussions tonight is the man that's really, I think, the real savior of the Nocturnal Emissions, the savior of Live from the Dutch Hall because he made it sound good on air and on iTunes and all that shit.
Hopefully.
Kev Belanger is here. You know our director of the show? He ain't no fucking bartender anymore. This guy's our director. He's got a director's chair. He's at the end of the bar. He's out of Puke Alley. The guy's living in large. Paul Van Dyke is here helping us out. My wife's here. We're not putting her on air, but she's here, and I just want to give her a shout out. You know what? We only got one last guy to introduce because the rest of our band was decimated by injury. And that's me, the host of this show, two-time President's Club Award winner,
Motherfucking two-time.
Pete Van Dyke, everybody.
You did it.
Thank you, everybody. That was a great opening.
Oh, yeah, he nailed it every
Roll up the rim.
To absolutely anybody who is watching on YouTube Live right now, thank you for putting up with us. This is a very late show. It's a rare Monday night show that we've recorded because, oh my God, it's gotten so quiet.
They're so quiet. I turned the buzz off and everything.
Oh, it's so quiet. Anyways, so we've gotten what was I even talking about? We were so we have to do a rare Monday night show because I'm going away. I'm traveling the world. I'm going on a walkabout, as the Australians say. Yeah, walkabout. I'm going to see the world. Can't wait to go on a great adventure. Paul, you're going on an adventure too, aren't you?
Yeah, Panama.
Oh.
Panama.
I turned my guitar down. I couldn't break into it.
Is Panama still Central America or South America? Central America? Oh, yeah. We're going to play Panama.
Man, ailing that shit.
Reach down, put it between my legs, ease the seat back. She's burning.
I'm running.
Kev's fired up.
Beep.
Robbie,
God damn, what do you think of that one? That's a sexy song.
That's when Paul explains his trip.
Hey, you know what my favorite story is? And I don't even know if we told this on the show before, but do you remember when there was that dude from like Oakland that looked like Diamond David Lee Roth?
No.
And he got pulled over for a speeding ticket or something like that, and he got out of it by saying he was Diamond David Lee Roth.
What?
Wow.
And then he went to Brantford Hospital for some reason. He had to get treated for something, and he convinced nurses he was David Lee Roth, and he went out on the town with them.
He got VIP treatment.
Wow.
Diamond Dave.
And I think he took liberties with these women.
Wow.
Like he made a real fuss around town that David Lee Roth was in town. But it wasn't David Lee Roth at all.
Imposter.
It was just a guy that looked a lot like David Lee Roth.
Wow, you would think at the hospital they'd check his ID.
Yeah, it was the nurses that don't check the ID when they're just like walking around cleaning up shit pans. They're going to go like, hey, can I see your ID before you tell me your name? Because I'm cleaning up shit pans down the hall or I'm delivering food. They're not going to check everyone's fucking name. and maybe when he got in the hospital, he said, hey, I'm fucking Dave Lee Roth. I don't have any ID, but I'm fucking Diamond Dave. And he goes, bullsy, bullsy, bop, buddy bop. And then they go, what more fucking evidence do you need than that?
A high kick.
You want me to do the high kick, you son of a bitch? After I did the bullsy, bullsy, bop? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, nobody else can do that.
Nope.
Steve just proved it.
Except for Steve.
Hey, Paul, I don't know if it's spicy, but may I have a beer? Or someone else? But anyways, we had, I have to say we are decimated by injury because we are. Our bass player tonight, the balls
down
of the
for the
nocturnal
count.
emissions,
Unfortunate.
taken out and now trapped in Norfolk's healthcare system. You know, in the emergency room of Simcoe General Hospital.
NGH.
Norfolk General Hospital, sorry.
Right.
NGH.
6 hours of waiting.
Yes, you're
So
going to be
minimum.
waiting at least. Yeah, you're going to be spending some time there. You're going to be like seeing the seasons change.
You've watched the same news program 12 times.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And then they'll ask you like, how bad is it? Like, oh well.
It's a fucking 10 every time. That's what you gotta say.
Yeah.
Cut
How
yourself.
bad is it? It's a 10.
That's what I always
Hurry
do.
the fuck up.
I go in with a sore ankle. I go like this. I go, I have a sore ankle, and they're like, okay. Anything else? Yeah, shortness of breath, and my chest hurts a little bit. Right then, you're right in,
Done.
right in, and then like check your chest out, and you're fine. And they're like, anything else? Yeah, my fucking ankle hurts like hell. Right? Then you can go
The
get
old
a rest. Right?
1-2 punch, eh?
Yeah, you put the old fast one on the
Yeah.
healthcare system, right?
Real curveball.
Did I go high there?
Yeah,
You're making fun of me?
Maybe.
You know what I find, Steve? I moved you further away from me after years.
Years of being so
Right
close.
up tight.
At least 2.5 something, where you're right beside me.
Yeah, now I'm way over here.
And now you're way over there, and soon you'll be even further.
Even further.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you got saucier when you got further away.
Yeah, there you go.
With it.
So I can only imagine what kind of
happens
what kind of a
together.
mouthpiece you're going to be in the
When
corner.
he's in the
Yeah,
other
that's right.
corner.
Yeah, I'm far away. You can't get me over here.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's what it was.
Out of
I think this worked out for the
striking
better.
That's right.
He can't swat you.
Yeah.
And Paul's in a new spot too.
Yeah.
Look at his legs are stretched out.
But actually, when this show goes out, he won't be in a new spot. He'll be in a spot he's been in for like a few weeks.
I'll actually be closer. I'm closer this week.
Yeah, you're actually closer this week. Oh,
It's amazing.
It's a mind fuck. this whole thing is.
We'll
really
just
quick.
reverse. We'll reverse that part and put it up on YouTube backwards. It'll make more sense. Yeah.
Hey, do you guys? You know, I have no world. You know how we used to do weird facts on the show?
Mhm.
You know, instead of doing, you know how we doing trending subjects
Yes.
on the show?
Yeah.
So instead of doing like weird facts, we would do like world trends,
Oh, world trends now.
Oh.
and it would just go like
Same beat?
everything. But instead of weird facts, it's world trends.
World trends.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then because we're not doing weird facts anymore, so we might as well not kill the song.
So we do world trends early on.
World
We used to do
trends.
weird facts at the end.
Yeah, we used to do weird facts at the end, but now we're gonna open with
World trends.
world trends.
What do we
Here we
have
go.
happening on the Valentino's Eve?
Well, we have
No, afterwards.
No, it's
right?
like it's like post Valentine's
Post.
Day.
Yeah.
This is when everyone is drained of all of their efforts for romance. right?
Summer full of cum.
No, I want to ask Paul. You know, you're what I call the everyday man, the working man,
Whoa. Whoa.
You went down on
Lower
his chest for that.
You just popped right out of
I'll say
frame.
you're the everyday man. People can relate to you. And I want to say, like, Valentine's Day, what does this mean for you and your wife?
Nothing.
Nothing. Do you exchange any sort of pleasantries amongst each other on Valentine's Day?
No, mostly it's for the kids now, right?
Oh, you got to get the cards so they can exchange them in class?
Yeah.
And then
They're in
everybody in their class gets one, right?
Well, I don't know. They can pick who they can give them to,
Really?
and they read them out. And
That seems unfair.
Do your kids
Everybody
give them to
gets one.
everybody?
Yeah, actually, I don't know. I'm assuming that Piper didn't give out any, but she doesn't really talk to me anymore anyway. So
Well, high school, you
in
don't
high
give
school,
out.
you don't give out any. That's just
Yeah,
silly.
if someone gives out a Valentine,
You give
in high
out different things in high school.
school- Hey, you give
yeah,
out
that's
Much
right.
more secretive.
STDs.
Sorry, Steve.
Yeah.
STDs. Yes, a nice.
Turn myself down again.
Here is
Saucy Steve.
prescription
Leave
for
a little bit of that
penicillin.
sauce.
So, where was I going with this?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, yes. So, Stephen, do you court your wife on Valentine's Day?
Maybe. Depends. Like, really,
It was yesterday. What do you?
yeah.
What'd you do?
I missed it.
It's a secret. No, I can't do that. I don't know. It's yeah. We went out
You
for
get-
dinner. It was great.
You do that though? Like, do you
Generally, we'll
recognize
go
it?
out. We'll
Yeah.
bail on the kids. You guys are on your own for.
Go on a
for the
date
night.
or something like that.
We're going out.
You know, it's like a card holiday that it's like made up.
Bullshit.
Yeah. But you know what? So is like Father's Day, and I fucking love that one.
That's right.
Right? That's a great one. I deserve it. And but Valentine's Day is bullshit because the guy gets nothing.
Yeah.
Or does he?
Maybe.
Right? Or does he?
It's the payoff.
Does your wife have to put out on Valentine's Day?
Depending on what you put in.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Like if you fuck up Valentine's Day, do you lose something, or would like is that the reward? Is what I'm asking.
I'm not going to tell you, Pete,
No, it's personal.
but I'm smiling today.
No, you did it. You romanced her enough.
Yeah. That's
Now,
right.
Michael,
Yes.
you, my friend, you are in the what I call the horrible year before you get married.
Why do you
Right?
say that?
Because it's worse than being married. You got to plan a wedding, and it's awful. And there's all the worry and all that stuff and all that, and then all that. But you already live together, right?
Yeah, it's not
So
so
then
bad.
you went through like the living together stuff. So you got through all that, like where she lives different than you or whatever.
Yeah, it's been great so far.
And there was no adjustment because you live the same.
Yeah, we're pretty good that way.
And then, but Valentine's Day now,
Right?
you know, you still got a wedding coming up. If you fuck this one up, you fuck the
yeah.
whole thing up. You got sweet, sweet Kelly on the line. You're reeling her in. She's almost in the boat. And here you got Valentine's Day coming up. If you fuck this up, it's going to snap the line. You lose that girl forever.
Well, see, I was going into Valentine's Day with a lot of confidence after, pre-Christmas giving her a big rock.
Yeah.
So, confidence is high, but of course you gotta keep the pot sweet.
Yes.
Take care of business. You don't screw around.
So you wake up in the morning on Valentine's Day, and what do?
Hey, make her a nice coffee.
God, you're right out of the gate good. Steve, you do that for your wife?
She's up before I am.
A nice coffee and some chocolates maybe.
Damn, he's going into the chocolates.
I was thinking more of a tea bag.
No rim shot? What's going on?
A nice tea bag and a tossed salad.
That's for later. But no, yeah, definitely a romance day for sure. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? It's just an excuse to do something.
Yeah.
And eventually, maybe be able to embrace her in some fashion.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Yes. For me, for Valentine's Day, you know what I do? I ignore it completely. Because I don't subscribe to those corporate bullshit things unless it involves me or my wife. On Mother's Day, I'll do that one. Mother's Day and Father's Day are the only two. But I ain't gonna buy you fucking anything on St. Patrick's Day, or I'm not gonna buy you something on like all those crappy days. Valentine's Day is just another day, right? Have we ever done anything on Valentine's Day? I'm asking my wife right now for those that can't see. No, not really. It goes past. We've never acknowledged it once.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't care about it.
Fair enough.
Huh? You know what? Because you want to know why? The real reason why?
Sure.
Because every day is Valentine's Day with me and my wife.
Ah.
Because every day I wake up and I'm like, what can I do to make this one? You know, sometimes I make her a
Teabag.
nice. Yeah, you know, I'll tell you a little secret that I found out today. Like some of my kids' friends in high school will hear because they listen to this show. And but you know, sometimes in the morning, you know, like you want to, you know, your wife's got to work or something, and you have to wake her up, and you're like, you can hear her alarm going off, but she's still sleeping, kind of thing. And you're like, I gotta wake her up somehow. I gotta poke her with something. So why not use this big engorged pea heart on I have?
Makes sense.
Before I waste it when I go to the
Yeah.
toilet.
Hey, I'm not gonna waste it now. I can wake her up with this stick I got between my legs. Just poke her. Get up. Get up.
You got a wah pedal, Steve?
Yeah.
We might have some. We got a pedal up there.
Just a heavy weight.
Yeah.
Just a heavy weight that's needed.
Yeah. It's alarm cock. It's the alarm cock.
Yeah.
You give her the old alarm cock once in a while because her other, and you can't hit snooze on that fucking thing. You keep hitting that thing, it just gets harder. You know, how much are we in this thing? This is exactly the right time in the show
right. Oh.
where we go to a segment we call feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback. It's feedback. It's average feedback.
Sorry about that. Intro.
Woo!
I got it right. the
Best
next
band. Best band.
100 times.
Yeah, that
Late
one.
night.
Ever. It's all Kevin.
Amazon. Thank you. Welcome to Feedback. We got feedback as always.
Nailed that one.
We are brought to you by Amazon. If you'd like to go live from the Dutch Hall's webpage, which guess what? It's livefromthedutchhall.com.
Simple.
Yeah, it's easy as pie. Just type it in. You can go and do your shopping. Thank you for all those people that bought all those Amazon presents for your loved ones on Valentine's Day.
Smart move.
Because of that, we are now buying Michael like a nice, what is it? I'm going to put a filter on that light so it's not so
That's
bright
a
for
real
you.
delight.
Oh, wow.
I was gonna have to put the shades on.
No, I'm going to buy it like some sort of what do you call it? A gel?
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm putting a gel on that $20 light I bought.
There you go.
Perfect.
Right for Michael because of those people that gave all that money to their loved ones for Valentine's Day. Thank you for doing that.
I love you people.
You know what else helps up this show? If you look down, wait, I go this way. Down in that corner, down there, you'll see, no, this one. Right straight down. NORPAC.
Oh.
How do you do it? It's the weathermen are, you got to go like that. Oh, wait. It's so hard.
Wow.
Well, you got to go like this. No.
Whoa, folks.
Norb-
He may be
That one. Wait.
we're having trouble here.
Oh, there. There, like that. NORPAC.
The beef people.
Hey.
They're a great sponsor of our show, and you can see their logo right there.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Hey.
Oh,
All right there.
there, that one. NORPAC.
We don't see it.
No, right there, Paul NORPAC.
The beef people.
There you go. That's it. That's how fucking advertising works, people.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Flawless. Sell it.
Smooth like butter.
Yeah, smooth like butter. You know what? I know what. You know what? You know what my cousin Derek just went through? I don't know if you know Derek, but his last name's Yarmy, and he's from Yarmy Electric. And Derek just finished going through a season that he cannot even recover from. You know what that is? That's romance season. Valentine's Day.
Bada bing, bada boom.
You're like, what does a guy have to do? Doesn't have any big farm things, or you know what I mean? Like, what's going on this time of year? It's not his hot season. You know how much people want goddamn mood lighting in their bedroom so they can give their wife a good wet fur right in her puss?
Yeah, maybe over their hot tub or sauna.
You know how many people have said, "Can you give me a nice black light above my bed so I can see all my stains?" This is the shit my cousin Derek has to put up with.
Man.
And I'm telling you right now, leave the fucker alone. He's busy. He doesn't need your creepy fucking ideas going through his mind when he's trying to get through an honest life as being a smart gentleman and a father of about 800 children. Leave him alone. The Army Electric, if we don't get it right the first time, we'll get it right the second time. And if we don't get it right the second time,
You can go fuck yourself.
brought to you by Clean Flow. I'm going to throw that in there,
He's
too.
planting deep.
Clean Flow. This one.
Toweling it off.
Yeah.
He's toweling off the sweat.
And it is Van Dyke. We have to give a shout out to Van Dyke Party Services, too, because they're a great sponsor of the show.
Yeah.
We sure
And
do.
Clean Flow wants to push them. Clean Flow is our primary sponsor. We have to mention them every week.
They're the best.
Clean Flow was the one that gave Tyler Shazma his multi-tool out of the Clean Flow prize cloud
Amazing.
a number of weeks back. I don't know how many weeks ago that was, but it seems like
Couple few.
forever ago.
Baker's dozen.
Yes, when that incident happened that we talked about a couple weeks ago after the,
Yeah.
but it was like, puke everywhere.
Waterfall.
Hey, guess what? It's still funny.
You know, it's never not funny.
Still a surprise.
I thought it was going to be one of those things that it was
Surprises
only
are
going
the
to last
best.
a few days and you wouldn't want it. But if we were at a party like Charters was, why not show it to everybody and their friends? Just that 40 seconds or 20 seconds of that like horrible moment for that individual.
Do you have that time memorized?
I don't know, but I think Charters does because he's a cold-hearted bastard.
He's Polish.
I don't even know, but we just have good friends with the Van Dyke Party Services saying, hey, if you have a bunch of if you try to throw parties and then you realize that the parties are never good, like you have people over and then you think you have these ideas in your head that your party's going to be good, but then you realize you're not really that fun and your friends aren't fun. And like you don't have good ideas. Like every time you have an idea trying to make something fun, it just makes it worse and lamer. Like you're not that kind of person, is what I'm saying. Just give it up. What you got to do is send an email live from the DutchHall@gmail.com and hire Van Dyke Party Services. What we will do is we're going to send you between 5 and 29 Van Dyke first cousins in bright yellow jackets. And I guarantee you're going to have the time of your life. And all it's going to cost you is $100 of cold, hard cash, plus all their expenses, which will be dear. And if you're not 100% satisfied, that $100, we'll give it right back to you. But those expenses have run through our bodies and potentially yours.
Oh, yeah.
Van Dyke Party Services,
Don't live your life in regret.
brought to you by our great friends at Clean Flow. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Thanks, Clean Flow.
And that's it for advertisements.
We might have a big Van Dyke party service group heading down to the falls.
Oh, boy.
Yes, for another hockey tournament.
Yeah, we'll have some stories.
The last one was a big brouhaha, and I'm expecting the next one to have its own share of stories.
Yeah. We're going in for training for Van Dyke Party Services.
What?
We're just training for the upcoming year.
Oh, yes.
That's where we train in Niagara Falls in a hockey tournament.
Yeah, we train for Niagara Falls, and eventually we're going international.
Team bonding.
Yes. Because you think we're going to the States eventually to do this, right?
Oh, of course. Worldwide.
And all Van Dyke. Oh, worldwide. Oh, can you imagine going to the motherland of Holland?
Ik ben goed.
Oh, let's play some hockey.
Oh, yes.
Want to play some hockey?
Ice hockey. Je blijft aan de kanals.
Let's just play on the canals.
Yes, je skate aan de kanals.
It'll be dandy.
Yes, we're into speed skating.
Oh, yeah.
Up the world.
That's it. So we have to get into Instagram or our feedback. Every week we ask our listeners to give us feedback. One of the listeners who's really risen above and beyond.
Oh, prestige.
A
As I'll
rising
say.
star.
Yes. She's been really going. Oh, wait. We have to decline that call.
No, take it.
Oh, what? Wait. Maybe she'll call back. If she's listening, she can call back. I'm so sorry, Blondie, Tasha. You can call back. If you're listening if you're watching this and that, you can call back. All right. Anyways, there you go. There she is. Okay. So we have right now we have a great guest on the show. Are you on there? Oh, both of you? Oh my goodness! I wish we could have this on there. Let's get him on. Hold on.
Oh no.
Okay, so you're on there.
Oh no. Yeah, we're on here.
Okay, we're live right now. This is blonde. We can't hear you right away. Hold on a second. I want to pull this shit out. Okay, so we have Sarah G and Blondie, two super fans, which we weren't able to get a real super fan in this week. So now we have actually two super fans.
Amazing.
Who actually were our main spinoff of Live from the Dutch Hall. We have Sarah G and Blondie from Life from the Barbie Mansion right on our wall there. And so we're very happy to have you. Do you have any feedback? We're in the middle of feedback. We got feedback.
Yes. Hey, I do have feedback. It's Sarah G here, and I've been catching up on your show. And congratulations to Mike Bowe.
Hey,
Still alive.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Locked
you
it
very
up.
much, girls. Thank you.
You know what? I do have something to say. My two gay friends just came over and they brought me flowers and chocolates. And, what the fuck? Like, gay guys are so loving.
And we decided that that all the gays should be allowed to get married, or else they're gonna steal all the women because they bring flowers, they clean the dishes, they take out the trash.
And they bring you flowers and chocolates. What more can you find for Pete?
Well, probably someone that'll bang you, right? That's the only thing they're missing. Like everything sounds great except for they'll never fuck you because they find you gross, right? Because you're a girl.
They're gentlemen because they give you a hug and they leave. They leave, Pete. They get
What?
the hell.
Well, don't you want the good loving anymore?
I'm not a cuddler. I don't think.
Well, you just want the business done and then get the heck out of there, kind of thing.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry. But a gay guy, but a gay guy is great, except for that he has no interest in you sexually, is what I mean.
Well, unless they just turn off all the lights and pretend.
That you're a dude?
Yeah.
Like, so you just like grow your butt hair out and stuff like that?
I mean, I didn't grow my butt hair out. Blondie, did you?
No.
Oh, you know what? Probably, I imagine gay dudes would have shaved buttholes, wouldn't they? Unless they like hairy dudes like bears, right? How are you? What are your friends? Your gay friends? What are they into?
Shaved buttholes.
No. Like, do they have a type of guy they always date? I always find my gay friends. They always have a certain type of guy they always date.
Think about
Huh?
you don't know who's gay and who's not, which is really bizarre.
There's lots of metrosexuals in Asheville.
They could be like hikers, they can be kayakers, but they might like it in the ass too.
Oh, you're saying that in Asheville, are there more closeted gays down there because it's not socially acceptable?
No, it's very acceptable here. It's like it's very forward thinking.
Oh, it's a more progressive town, Asheville?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You're both in Asheville, North Carolina right now?
We are.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it feels like it's
snowing.
Canada.
Yeah, I feel like Canada. It's snowing outside. We're gonna go sledding tomorrow.
You
Like,
guys had more snow than we have, I think.
I know it's been a little ridiculous.
I can't. I have a helmet. A new helmet.
For what?
For
Just
the
regular
sledding.
life?
Yes. Have you seen this hill? We'll show you.
Oh, you're going tobogganing?
I'm sorry?
Are you going tobogganing?
That's some Canadian thing for sledding.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you going down the hill on a toboggan?
No, baby, we don't go down hills. We go down mountains here.
Really?
And it's
What are you riding? What are you riding down that fucker?
we're going down a sled. It's a blue diamond.
Can you steer it?
It's called the Blue Diamond, sir.
Do you have a steering wheel on it?
No, you have
No.
to. No, you have to steer with your weight. You have to make it with
You
your
take
weight.
a shot of tequila and you just go.
Hope for the best.
Well, that sounds great.
And you hope everything is okay.
And you say a small prayer before you sled off.
And the bad thing is that if anything goes wrong, the ambulances is not going to make it up here. So you're fucked. You're kind of fucked.
Well, enjoy your trip down the mountain. Hey, I hope you don't die and stuff and not be able to be found by the rescuers. But can it was great to catch up with you girls.
Hey, Pete, you need some Botox
Where?
in your forehead.
Oh, really? Too much frowning?
I'm just kidding. You'll have fun.
All right, thanks a lot for the call, girls.
Jesus. Call girls.
Bye.
Call girls, yes.
That was fun. All right, so that was two super fans. There we go. We got our super fan
This is
quotient
what
out of
can
there.
happen if you're a true super fan, right? Like that connection was early in the show.
Yeah. Well, we kept them for years. Yeah, they still
Got
listen.
a
You can
poster on the
still-
wall.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like when we started, we didn't really expect things like that to happen.
Where are they in Nashville? Is that
Well, Asheville.
Asheville.
North Carolina.
Not as cool as Nashville.
Well, and then the other girl's visiting, but the one girl lives there, I think.
I thought they
The
were
other
talking
girls
about
in Tennessee.
Assville for a minute there.
I don't know where Asheville is. I would say San
South.
Francisco.
South Carolina.
San Francisco. No, that's good. They're doing well. Thanks
Yeah.
for the congrats, girls.
So we were talking about feedback. We have this one super fan, and she's been stepping up and beyond. She donated for my niece a while back there, and for the bottle drive for my niece to go to play hockey overseas, and she did it right away as soon as we sent it out. Not only that, she's been preaching the show to people everywhere, and she sent us this message. She goes, "Got some feedback. I've been meaning to pass it on. I turned my boss onto the show after an episode I sat in on. She wanted me to let you know you could have a new super fan
Oh.
if you just said the C word less. Or not at all."
Not too late for that.
This is a tough
She's
dilemma.
really not a fan of me.
I sent a response saying like this is going to require retraining of my brother Paul. I don't know if it's even possible. We can do our best to try to keep her on board, but we're going to let some slip. There's no way we're not going to. Because sometimes there's just only one way to say something, and it is the C word. It is cunt, right? I'm going to have to say it for this. I'm sorry. I'm saying this sparingly, but at this point in time, I want to make it clear. But like, there's some.
try not to throw it around
There's a
all
certain.
willy-nilly.
There's a certain time when there's only one word that'll be perfect for what you're trying to convey,
To explain.
and it's that word, you know. And I love it, and I can't give it up. So I don't know. I'll do my best. And then she goes on to say, also, my brother Mason said, "I've never seen anything more Norfolk, and I absolutely love it. Just drinking, smoking, and shooting the shit. That's why I love the Dutch Hall. Hope you've all recouped from the surprise ending a few weeks back." She goes, "I can't stop watching the last 2 minutes of that show."
That's a real super fan, eh?
Yeah. It's Bailey Adcock again.
Hey.
And I'll tell you, Bailey, because we couldn't get Bruce's video feedback to work this week, you, my friend, you're the listener of the week.
You're the listener of the week. This is your week. Nice, Steven.
Sorry.
We worked together on that one. It's your
Yeah.
week, Bailey.
Way to go.
That's it this week for feedback. We got feedback. If you'd like to reach out to us, why don't you go on Facebook, go to Live from the Dutch Hall Facebook page and like us there, or go to YouTube and subscribe there, or you can go to Twitter and you can follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, know what's a good button to hit is share.
Share.
Share is a cool button.
Oh,
to
I
hit.
like share.
Yeah, share's great.
Or when you see something, you think, "Oh, I like that. I think my buddy would like that."
Mm-hmm.
Then just put the buddy's name in there,
Oh,
and then you tag the buddy in the comment, and then they get the message.
there
Right?
you go.
And then that helps us too.
Easy peasy.
All those things help us. But yeah, and that's it. So that's it. You know how to get a hold of us for feedback. And there's lifeinthedutchhall@gmail.com. But you know what? It brings us into our next topic of the show, which this is the only time we have a chance to do it. And I don't know why it's not the best time to do it.
Okay.
But it is the time where we need to talk about 2018 goals.
Oh,
We have to talk a little bit about 2018. Now, we don't have Wes here, which is unfortunate because he was crippled in a horrible, like Nancy Kerrigan-esque, was it a Nancy Kerrigan-esque attack by another bass player?
from what I heard.
What I would say, I would automatically think Ben Perrier.
Oh.
But he is overseas right now
not
with
him.
Braden Akuman.
Still, hey?
Yes.
Long trip.
Well, are they back?
No, they're still traveling, aren't they?
They're traveling.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they fell in love, but we will find out when we have them on the show. We will find out if finally they fall in love. But if they have
Long
not,
trips.
I can't wait.
but I don't know because they sent me a message. They said they found a couple of girls, Dutch girls, as a matter of fact.
Good for them.
And Braden Akuman, I should have done some feedback. But Braden Akuman said, we found some Dutch girls. How do we get these ladies to the fuckholes? Yeah.
Northern Belgium.
He says, I need your wisdom, Pete Van Dyke. I need to know how to get to the fuckholes, right? And I told him, I said,
Paul.
I said, Braden, my friend, it's too early in the season. This is the winter. The spring winds have not yet blown.
You're at the wrong time.
You're at the wrong time. I said, the only way to get those poor ladies to the fuckholes is booze.
There you go.
It's the only way you get in the fuckholes.
That's the only way this time of year. It's just booze and roofies.
What is that word?
Fuckholes.
Fuckosh?
Yes,
The
fuckholes.
fuckholes?
Yes, fuckholes.
Because I'm not Dutch, so what does that mean?
Fuckholes? It is means the place where you would go. This is important because the video world, there is a new audience that watch us.
It's a good question.
And if you go back to the
Well,
East Van
explain
Dyke
that.
episode in the archives of Live from the Dutch Hall, you'll hear the origin story. But we'll bring everyone up to date because Kevin Belanger deserves
Excellent
that.
question.
The Frenchman.
In the springtime, in the spring, the north winds will blow, and there's this thing about. Oh yes, thank you. There's this thing that exists with people from the province in Holland of North Brabant, and you'll notice if you stand close enough to my brother Paul there, you'll smell it. It's something that wafts off of Paul. And it's this thing that's intoxicating. It kind of gets you. Michael has it too if you smell it closely. Not as strong as Paul.
No.
But it's this thing that we refer to as the Brabant musk. It's a musk that exudes off the people of North Brabant, Holland. Brabant, sorry. And when the spring winds blow, it blows this musk, down from South Holland in the province of North Brabant, and blows that down into Belgium,
Northern Belgium.
into Antwerp,
Limburg.
to Limburg. And when this smell gets down there in the springtime in these Belgian regions, it becomes so intoxicating for the women in those regions that they have no other impulse other than to go to these places that exist that are just little hovels, like little hideaways,
Yeah, like a hobbit hole.
little like speakeasies, or like little tuck-away places where you just go in there and there's just enough room to lie down with a lady. And these women will go there and they'll just be drawn there. And these men from North Brabant, they'll go down there and they'll just find these places, and
The winds must be right.
they just do what nature makes them do, They go down to the fuckholes.
Fuck some Belgian girls.
It's a good place to go for a fuck.
So it's like a brothel.
Kind of, except there's no money exchanged. There's only passion exchanged. And the fuckholes.
Yeah, that's a fuck. You don't even have to spend a buck when the ladies are coming there.
Oh, it's nice to do that again,
I understand.
You
I
understand now?
understand it now.
You're right up to speed.
You're welcome.
There you go.
So for 2018,
Goals.
goals. Now in the past, we've set goals for this show. We've written them down on paper on yellow foolscap. We posted them on a bulletin board, and we've achieved a couple of them. Never really paid much attention to him.
It goes up beside our Sports Illustrated
I think it is.
calendar, right?
I think it's
Sometimes.
hanging behind it. Like,
Behind it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's on the same bulletin board.
Sometimes behind it. Yeah. We the first year Charters had like a goal of 185-pound summer, shirtless summer,
Naked
Naked
riding a
bike
bike
ride.
naked bike
Seattle.
rides.
in Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah, he set a whole bunch of unreasonable goals and I had no intention of achieving them. And I said, Charters, why don't you I gave you opportunities to do those goals, and he's like, I thought we were just joking around. I'm like, I don't want to joke around. I want to say, like, what do we want to do? Like, we're coming here on Thursdays. We're having a good time. We're reaching an audience, right? But then what do we want to do? Like, what do we want to have fun with? Like, what do we want to set as our what do we want to
Yeah.
I reached out to the audience, and I said, what do they want us to do? And I invited our super fan, Manny Fajo, for tonight's show.
Right.
But he drove to Jarvis, and Mother Nature kicked him in the ass.
The
And he
winds of
said,
winter.
It's the winter winds are too bad.
Yes.
The snow is blows so hard.
It's too bad.
Guten Travis.
Anyway, so Manny couldn't come, so we have no super fan to speak of, and I don't know if the Barbie Mansion girls were in it. We could have carried on that long, where they would let us do the show, but I don't know. Maybe they would have, but I doubt it.
It's costing them a ton of money.
What?
Does it? Or that FaceTime is nothing?
I think it's free
Oh,
if you have
okay.
Wi-Fi.
My fault. Oh, yeah, we got the good internet now.
Yeah, that's how. No, I think anytime
always
you have
free.
Wi-Fi, even if you're and WhatsApp,
Yeah.
that one WhatsApp, it works only on Wi. It works on Wi-Fi,
That's why
so
it's free.
like everyone in the Caribbean uses it. They don't have cell phone signal at all. They don't pay for it. They just wait till they go places and steal their Wi-Fi, and then they can communicate and they go to the next place.
Yeah, that's how you'll in Costa Rica. It's what's that?
WhatsApp. They just wait till they get places where there's everyone in the South uses WhatsApp. Yeah, you go on there. I had a really ridiculous WhatsApp picture of myself, and I think I might still have it. So go follow me on WhatsApp.
Sure.
Only got Caribbean friends on there. And I think they were all might have died in the hurricane.
What's our boy down there?
What?
Our,
He hasn't responded to me since the
no, what's his
hurricane. I
name
sent
again?
him.
Really?
Big up Bob.
Big up Bob. Yeah, Big up Bob.
eh?
Yeah, big up Bob. I sent him a message after the hurricane. I was worried about him, and I never heard anything from him. I'm worried sick. Him and the Haitian Dwarf. No Haitian Dwarf feedback this week. Thank you. Because it's a tape show.
What?
Yeah. So what do you want to do? You guys, one of the goals from last year was that you guys played we played more shows than we did the year before.
Oh, did we win?
I don't know. We did Swazi's twice. We did Swazi's twice. We did and then you guys did a bunch of gigs, but
Right.
but us together,
New Limburg.
New Limburg was in January though. It was this year. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't count?
It doesn't count.
Last year's goal.
What were the fans' goals for us?
The fans didn't give a fuck at all.
That's it?
Aw,
No goals?
No goals.
I thought you were going somewhere with that.
No. That was the answer.
No goals.
I was going somewhere, and that was there. It was to say that I have nowhere to go.
There
So
you go.
we could probably play more shows than the past year.
Oh, are you kidding me? In the last year, you guys have like more opportunities to gig than you want to gig,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
Don't
great.
you notice that more people like ask you if you ever want to play?
Yeah, it's been awesome.
It's just a matter
Please
of
keep
setting your
asking.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just trying to shuffle everybody together. That's mostly it.
Yeah, it's hard.
We want to play everything, but
Yeah.
to put everybody together and everybody's got a life. So
So I would say, even though probably as a group we didn't do it, but as a like me doing comedy shows and you doing like gigs,
right.
I think we accomplished it for sure. For sure. So I'll give us a check mark on that one.
All right.
Bingo.
So for next year, it's not about playing more, I guess. It's just playing what you want, right?
Yeah.
It's not always about more, right? If you just want to do enough to make you happy, then you do enough to make you happy. But I think you guys have as much gigs as you want as far as like people reaching out to you. And how can people book you?
Yeah, they can reach us at on
your
face-
Facebook
Yeah,
page?
Facebook The Nocturnal Emissions, or you know, you can send us an email at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com, and they'll get through to us because Pete created us out of his womb, his loins, I should say. So he'll relay the message. But yeah, either way, just send us a message and we'll get back to you.
So season 5, we became Canada's only late night talk show, where we rebranded ourselves and became this, right?
Sure.
It like evolved like a butterfly in a chrysalis,
Ooh, good
and
word.
now we're flying out like Canada's late night talk show. So if I wanted to all of a sudden, like, because I birthed Nocturnal Emissions, but then you guys will go play gigs where I have no like input in the whole thing, even though I'm like your creator and you're
That's right.
like I feel I'm your controller.
Yeah,
Like I can make
the
you
puppet master. Of
puppet master.
Nocturnal
Yes, the
Emissions.
puppet master.
We just
Thank
come
you.
here to get gear.
Yes. Yeah, you just come here to get the gear, and then I don't know anything. But I'm saying, like, all of a sudden one day, I put together my own Nocturnal Emissions, start touring them around,
Whoa.
and then you're fucked.
You
No,
can't do
that's
that,
horse
Tez.
shit.
Yeah,
You can't
Gallagher
do that.
too, man. I'll Gallagher to you, motherfuckers, is what I'll do.
Wow.
I'll just franchise it out.
This goal seems like a bunch of horse shit right
It
now.
sure does.
I own it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like
Greedy Pete.
I'm gonna put out a bunch all over the world of Nocturnal Emissions in different communities. You'll never like overlap. You're not gonna like mow each other's lawns, but you're never gonna get too far.
Wow.
I don't like this one bit.
No, me either. Let's set a new goal. Fuck you, Pete.
Yeah.
That's not a
Let's
good
make
goal?
a new lighter.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Pete.
Oh, thank you for making people aware of our Life in the Dutch Hall shop on our Facebook page, where you can buy a Fuck Charters lighter for only $4. I charge an extra $1 because it says Fuck Charters on it.
You had to go through the hassle.
If you buy a regular like Live from the Dutch Hall Bic lighter, like mini Bic, it's like $3. But if you buy a Fuck Charters one, it's $4.
It's like a bonus.
It's a bonus because we're running out of them.
We just ran out of. We're all fresh out of Charters Sucks Balls.
Yeah,
lighters.
Charter Sucks Balls
Sold
lighters are
out.
gone. We give the last one to a Big Dutch in New Zealand.
Get this stuff while you can.
I might have to make a new round of Charter Sucks Balls lighters and put them out there. But you know what? When I try to get the approval on Facebook to get my F Charters lighters,
Yeah.
it says Fuck Charters right on the lighter. And but I just put like F Charters Bic mini lighter, right?
Right.
And then all my rest of my thing, like Dutch Hall T-shirts, goes right through. Dutch Hall full size lighter, goes right through. Dutch Hall mini lighter, right through. Dutch Hall Fuck Charters lighter. It's got to go through 4 stages of like approval, because before they would approve it, because it's saying Fuck Charters on it. And at the end of the day,
Fuck
we're
that.
approved.
They allowed it.
Yeah, fuck bud. At the end of the day, we're good.
That's right.
Hey, you know what? You know what's exciting for the spring?
What's that?
Because now the spring's even closer, being February 15th and all.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're gonna be having a Nathan Parrott.
Oh,
You know Nathan Parrott?
I do know Nathan Parrott. I
he's-
know who he is at least.
Yeah, he is a former NHL hockey player. Did he play for the Leafs?
Yep. Yep.
And he's got a podcast, so he said he'd like to have me on it he would come on mine if I'd come on his, kind of thing.
Perfect.
Come on, his what?
Steve, you made me come on a hockey player and made me seem gay.
Ouch. Sorry.
Come on,
Pete's
Steve.
not gay.
I'm not gay if you come on a hockey player once in a while. That's not make you gay,
That kind of makes you gay.
does it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You played hockey? You'd know, because I didn't know.
Yeah,
I never played hockey. I thought that shit was cool between you guys.
No, it's not cool.
That doesn't normally
makes you gay.
happen.
What's the gayest thing that's okay in a hockey dressing room? But I wouldn't find it cool.
What?
The
Sorry.
dressing room.
Yeah, when you're in like a hockey, like what's it called? What's it called?
Dressing
not,
room,
it's
locker
not
room,
dressing
whatever
room,
you want
locker
to call
room.
it. Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Oh yeah,
But if
that
you're
locker
in-
room, locker
You're in
room
the locker
banter.
room, right? And like
Yeah,
you're with a
locker
bunch
room
of
talk.
you're with a bunch of dudes showering and that sort of thing. What sort of thing would you think you would find okay because you're like you've lived your whole life in that environment,
Oh,
and that I would
Jesus.
find
Don't
gay?
ask me this question.
Like if a guy snaps a towel on your ass, are you cool with it?
Yeah, it would not
No.
bother me. I've seen
Not
guys.
at all.
I've seen guys do full piss bombs.
Like you gotta explain a piss bomb.
A piss
'cause-
bomb is when a guy has foreskin
Yes.
and he
I can
pinches
just
it
picture where
together.
this is going.
He pinches it together at the top, and he just fills it with piss, and then he lets it explode up into the ceiling of the shower. And
Till it
everybody's
torts
like,
out.
"Yeah,
Oh,
it's fucked." Like that kind of shit happens all the time.
yeah.
Guys are fucked. Like what they do to their bodies. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Hilarious.
yeah, that's
So
like.
funny.
But if you know he's doing it, do you like if you're sitting on the bench, like you're just like waiting for your turn to get to the shower?
No, I'm not it's like that.
No, let's just say this. I'm gonna create a scenario for you. You're sitting on the bench. You're just waiting to get in the shower, right? But all of a sudden, you know this fellow that does the piss bombs is in the shower,
Yeah.
and he's like calling out piss bomb. I'm going to do this piss bomb. I got great piss. Or you start hearing the rumbling of people
wonder
saying,
how that
Yeah, that's what it,
starts.
that's more what it is.
Yeah.
Like a rumbling.
"This fellow's doing the piss bomb."
Right.
Piss bomb.
You're sitting there just waiting your turn, and do you go up and have a look at what this is going to look like? You go for the spectacle? You check it out, or you're like, I don't want to see this again?
Yeah, I think if I've seen it once, that's good. I don't need to see it again, but
Pete,
like,
Pete, you
Are
said
there people that are fans of the piss bomb?
oh yeah, because there's more versions of that dude, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
he's not the only one. Like,
Oh,
there's,
there's
a
like
lot
a bunch
of
of guys
crazy
saying, "Hey, I got
fucks.
the same equipment."
Oh, I do the butt slide where they like soap their ass up and just push off the freaking wall and slide their ass across the ground. Like
Oh, that's
Yeah.
disgusting.
that kind of shit is happening.
Oh, I feel bad about having my feet touch that.
I don't think it happens now, but at least when I was playing hockey, like there's way worse shit.
Especially
than
when
that
you're
too,
young,
but-
right?
Yeah, when you're young, that's what it is.
And you
When
started
you're,
young.
You're idiots.
When you're real, like just kids, and
Yeah, you're teenagers.
Pete, you never played hockey when you were younger?
just when I was real young, but I don't think I showered or nothing. Like just till I was 8.
Okay,
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
toddler hockey.
Yeah, and then I told my dad I'm never gonna be Gretzky, and for him to like let me stop doing it because I kept skating the wrong way in the second period. You know, I never figured out that you switch ends. I like to skate one way.
Yeah, one thing you figure out when you're playing hockey and you're like with a bunch of dudes for like a long amount of time is that guys are fucked and they will do fucked up shit. And you're like, what in the hell is going on here? But
Oh my God, what's going on?
Hmm.
It says we're offline here. I don't know what's going on.
You got a text. Maybe we went offline when that text came in.
Tasha. Oh fuck no. It says we're still streaming. I don't know what's going on.
So welcome back.
Hello there. Deep thoughts.
Hey.
Stream offline,
Oh.
but I don't know what this means.
Zoom in.
We can always
Zoom,
like
zoom,
patch
zoom
them
in.
together.
Chicken dip.
Let's go to.
Can you do that in YouTube afterwards? Like patch 2 videos together? No.
We'll figure it out. Are we going right now? All right. It just says we're offline. I don't know why that is.
Silly computer.
We'll just ignore my computer because it's being a dickhead. Oh, there we go. I can hear myself. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
amazing.
Sorry about that, everybody. I'm just like being a bit of a. I'll never look at that again. I was trying to see if somebody was actually watching it.
Working
So
out the kinks.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
yeah. So where were we? We were talking about
Locker room banter.
locker room banter. Yeah.
It's more normal if you grew up in it at a young age, I think.
Did you play hockey?
No, I didn't. And it's totally weird for me. Like, if all of my friends growing up in Norwich played hockey. And I mean, if you grew up in Norwich from like basically crib age,
Yeah.
you were thrown into a pair of skates probably. I never was. And so that stuff was just not normal. But it becomes normal for everybody that it's clearly happening to, because I mean, a lot of those guys, I mean, you're able to piss in front of other people easier. There's no problem with that. I mean, I don't know. I have an issue peeing in front of people.
Yeah.
And
not-
that's
yeah.
probably not an issue
It's
for
not
you
weird.
guys.
No,
like,
and that's I don't think it's weird, but yeah, like
It's not that it's weird or anything either. You just guys get used to each
Yeah,
other.
you
Yeah.
get used to like guys walking around naked or around each other is like whatever. It's like nothing.
Brothers.
Yeah, I don't even. You don't even think about it.
No, I got a problem standing around in a circle and jerking off with people.
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
have
it.
that same problem.
You don't like the toast.
Yeah, I've never played hockey. So, certain things we just don't get, right?
Yeah.
I like the sport. I just don't like the dressing room. Or the, what do you, locker room? Jerk-off room, whatever you call it. Sorry, Mike. I'm just teasing.
You missed it all.
But I was saying we're having Nathan Parrott on.
That's awesome. He's
I
gonna
got a
He's
hockey
looking
player.
forward to coming now.
Yeah.
No dirty word there. Come on.
No, it's funny because like I was just thinking like everyone's got a podcast, eh? So like now all of a sudden like if I'm trying to get a guy to be on my show, and then he says I got a show too, and then now it's a get to have me on their show
Yeah,
because I already have a
you
show.
have experience
It's impressive.
yeah.
in the podcast
But
world,
yeah, this guy was a good hockey player, but like he might be a shitty
right?
podcaster,
So you can help him
right?
out.
So he would think of me like I would think of him for playing hockey, right?
Exactly. Maybe we can get him on the Van Dyke squad.
Yeah.
Ringer.
That's right. I'll teach you how to podcast better. Right? What you got to do is get a reluctant German. You got to get one Polish guy that can write a good jingle. What you got to get is you got to get a band leader that you're related to that just makes you laugh all the time. And then what you need to get is a guy that can say cunt on the microphone.
It's key. That's key.
Yeah. And still run,
Direct.
Run a basic mouse directing switch system. And then you got a recipe for success.
Another B would be a basic broadcaster.
Oh, double B.
Brother, bartender, basic broadcaster.
I'm switching them to D's. Director,
Oh,
dickhead. No.
doofus.
Dick sucker. Dong licker.
Do it all.
Yeah.
Dildo washer.
Jeez.
That's what Brandon McIntosh was in that job. He put him in the dishwasher.
The right hand.
Yeah, he put him in the dishwasher. At the beginning of the show, they showed him loading dildos in a
Into the
dishwasher.
dishwasher.
That would have been a fucked up job. Don't think I could have done that.
It
Just
didn't
because,
affect him at all.
just because of that porno Dan guy, his boss.
Oh.
Fucking hated him.
Oh, he's so
Hated that
greasy,
guy.
man.
I
I couldn't
worst-
spend a minute with that dude. But Brandon's such a nice guy. I think he
Kudos for dealing with that. Dude.
could- yeah, I think he can deal with anybody. Like, he's just a nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
Whereas, like
fellow.
anyone else, it wouldn't work. Like if they tried to get me on that same show, that show would be a disaster, right? But Brandon was so nice, and he's so funny, and he fit the part perfectly that it worked. Like when in the right hand, when he played like it was a reality show where this guy, this former guest of the show, if you haven't listened, Brandon McIntosh played or he really was
Personal
the assistant on a porn set, so he had to do all the shit jobs on a porn set. But this guy's like a guy from Air that likes to go fishing in the woods and stuff like that. Like he doesn't. He's the most fish out of water guy that you've ever seen in Los Angeles in the porn scene, right? Anyways, it was really funny.
Yeah.
Huge in Italy.
They
The
love him.
Italians
They love
love
him.
Brandon McIntosh. I can't even tell you how many Italian listeners we've had on all of his episodes. They love Brandon McIntosh.
I don't blame him. Great guy.
Sure is.
Eat the.
Anyways, so guys, goals for next year.
Oh yeah.
This is what I'm thinking. I got one goal that I want to put on the list. I want it on the list right now. Jane, if you could write it down or think of it to write down later. I want this on the list. Telethon
Oh.
to raise money for Live from the Dutch Hall. We have to put on a telethon at some point this year to raise money from Live from the Dutch Hall because I've spent all our money.
Yeah.
Yes.
The pot is empty.
The pot is empty. Not only that, I actually dipped into the hole. We are in the hole, people.
It's even lower.
Yes. So all efforts are out, and I think we're going to need to call in all the troops and put on a podcast. Or no, sorry, a telethon.
Yeah. What better way than a telethon?
A telethon to raise money.
That's right.
And this one, we want to make it enticing for the viewers or for the listeners. We want to give them something at each level of the telethon, right? We have to set goals that if they contribute so much money, that we will do certain things. And what I need to ask you guys is what those certain things should be. Right? I think, personally, level 1, Eduardo Video.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Eduardo Video, if we get so much contributions, we'll finally make the Eduardo Video. I have written the Eduardo Video. I know what it looks like. I know what it's going to be like. Dave Charters
He's a
will be
star.
playing Eduardo's wife.
You can't beat that.
What's
There'll
her
be-
name again?
She has no name. Oh, Consuelo.
Consuelo.
Consuelo. And that to that
Paul
person
smiles.
has nothing to do with that word. Consuelo.
Consuelo.
David Charters will be playing Consuelo.
The role of Consuelo.
Consuelo.
Is it Consuelo? Is that what you're doing
Yes,
there?
it's
Yes.
correct.
Consuelo. Okay.
That's
Consuelo.
accurate. That's accurate.
No, she had. That's like, what do you call a Mexican wife with no legs?
Uh-oh.
Consuelo.
Oh, yeah, because it is.
Yeah, that's the joke. Anyways, Charters is Consuelo, and I will be playing the part of Eduardo in this video. But I need to grow a big wicked mustache for this. So this is a commitment.
Yeah, like Super Mario.
If you donate the money, the mustache will be grown. And
That's
also,
fair.
we have to do a lot of because most of this video will be taking place in Nikki's Roadhouse. We might need a couple extra bucks to like grease the whatever horrible people run that establishment.
Disinfect it.
Yeah, we're gonna need some disinfectant and etc. But Nikki's Roadhouse
It's
is
just the
definitely
right-
the setting I have
It's
in
just
mind.
the right setting.
It's perfect, and I believe that Eduardo will be riding Nikki's in some sort of a big white van.
Okay.
Does that sound about right?
Sounds right.
Or some sort of a bus with a bunch of friends.
Yeah, minibus.
If we could load up Nikki's Roadhouse with, like, say, riders, Mexicans, and they're the extras in our video, we just take a bus down of all, like, some guys, like, Mexican workers, and we're in Nikki's Road just for the shoot. It's going to be fucking great.
I think that's achievable.
Yeah, it's all achievable, isn't it?
We have a lot of farming friends that probably would be willing to chip in.
Yeah.
And it also loosens up their guys,
Yep.
so they work better.
Yeah, it's win-win.
Yep.
We can bring, like, probably 40, 50 of your best guys to a strip club for a night.
Only the hardest workers
Yeah. We'd like to do it before the strip club opens, if at all possible.
before 4.
Yeah, so we can have like an afternoon strip club session with your Mexican guys. No big deal. They're going to work great the next day. Anyways, Eduardo's number 1. Then I'm going to say we got to raise the stakes. How can we raise the stakes on Eduardo video? Someone gives more money. We got to do something more that's more of a commitment. I've already grown a mustache. Charters is already dressed like my wife, pretended to give me a blowjob on air, like on a some sort of a video, right? Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Wow.
So what? How can we do it? I'm only thinking like what we got. We have this thing that's like a diamond in the rough, Michael.
Okay.
Hot tub video.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Hot tub video exists.
Yep.
There is a time,
Sure, it was.
and I'm going to tell this. There was a time where we all grew mustaches for something called the mustache contest, and before the mustache contest show, we went to Michael Bowe's house.
Some bootleg footage.
We all sat in a hot tub, and we sat there with their swim trunks on, shirtless.
Had a couple cigarettes.
Had a couple cigarettes. My Steve wasn't allowed in the tub because he didn't shave his beard because he was too vain. Because he had a job interview and he didn't want to look stupid with like no beard,
That's right.
which would have made him look like cooler.
Better.
You would look better. But anyway, so Steve
My
had to be
beard.
punished. So Steve would sponge us down with a sponge, and he would do anything we asked him to. He would do anything that we required of him. This footage exists, is what I'm saying.
It is in the ether.
There is like a bunch of footage. It's not exactly footage that we are proud of in any way, shape, or form. It's not footage that we thought like we nailed that, you know, like
Charters did.
Charters nailed it. Yeah, Charters actually did nail
You
it.
really did.
He stole the show on that one. But it is pretty funny stuff. Actually, there's a couple of pretty funny moments in that, and I would suggest that we get to a certain level of donorship. We will throw in the hot tub footage in some edited form.
I agree. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Because that's like a shareholders special.
Yeah.
It's not even released to them.
No one gets it yet. That's been something that's existed for 2 years, and no one's done anything with.
Yeah.
It just sat there because it's a little uncomfortable to watch.
It's got to be something special. We can only show this at a special time.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that would be the one thing to do. And then what can we do to top that? What level of craziness could we do if someone was to give even more money to another level of money where we can make our show even better? What can we do to do something crazy, to really pay back the fans? What can we do? To make a statement on the world, what can we do?
Speedo contest.
That is an excellent
A
question.
Speedo contest. A Speedo contest. It isn't a bad idea. It isn't a bad idea.
Sorry, guys, I'm not doing that.
You're not drumming.
All of a
that
sudden,
night.
Kevin's
Kevin's
not
never
driving that
coming
night.
back.
Yeah.
I'm never coming back.
The mics are set up. See you guys later. Speedo contest.
We will. I think that if we get this, the grand crescendo, I have the top prize. I don't know if we have to put another level in,
Okay.
but I have I know what the top prize should be. The top prize should be Guinness Book of World Records longest podcast ever.
Yeah.
That is not an easy feat. I think it's like 3 fucking days.
We'll
nuts.
try to achieve that.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to do it alone.
Oof, let's not do that in the summer.
You know, I would require it wouldn't be all of us at all times. It would be like shifts of people coming in.
Right.
I would be here the whole time, but mostly sometimes sleeping
Sleeping.
on that couch with you guys fucking with me probably.
Of
And there would be like a
tents outside.
yeah.
Just a full.
Yeah, it would have to be like I
green
have to
room.
schedule guests that come in for
Yeah, it's like
3
It's
days.
like a festival.
Yeah.
You have to have a lineup.
Got a green room outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pool
Like
party.
we're talking like CTV advertising or like we're going to
This is
CBC. This
Hard
is the big
FM.
Most elite.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to exactly Hard FM. You heard that? Hard FM's
No
going.
way.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
What's the Simcoe station?
My FM.
my FM.
My FM, Hard FM.
But I'm also gonna go with 820 Cham and
CHCH.
TV11.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
CHNR 1600
Whoa.
AM station.
Damn.
Oh, I'm going fucking AM.
Maybe FM
No.
96.
No, but we'll go with the
Touching the
full
big boys.
that would be a big deal if we're going to break a world's record and go 3 days of podcasting. It would be like a huge commitment. It'd be like a David Blaine stunt. Like it's not like an easy thing to accomplish, you know. So I'm saying like if we could, that would be the ultimate bonus. Even though the show would be terrible, like 3 days.
Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know.
Man.
That might be.
Highs and lows.
There'd be highs and lows. There'd be highs and lows for
Ebbs
sure.
and flows.
Yeah,
It'd be
It'd be
something
dynamic.
that would be cool to go into on a YouTube live stream, like
Yeah.
just to go in and out on and see
It's
like
like watching like Bonnaroo or Coachella or something.
Yeah.
There.
Wonder how many people would puke.
Some shitty bands. good bands. We can like have
That
bets.
should become a
Yeah, on it.
prize. There should be a award for that.
Well, what were we talking
Some sort
about?
of special.
That when we get to so many pukes in the Dutch Hall, we got to do something.
Oh, we should go to 5.
Like I think when we hit 5, something needs to happen.
Yeah.
We're at 2 right now.
Oh, at 5 we had to get a song prepared
Oh, yeah.
and a whole we should have confetti cannons like set in the side of the room.
So when it happens.
And then when it happens,
A big
the
red
5th
button
puke,
on Pete's
like-
desk
Yeah.
with a siren.
Boom! I hit it.
The confetti is also like the dry up stuff. Yeah, the dry puke cup.
It's just what's that little foam beads or whatever.
It's like the oil spill.
Well, we still have a shop tour to think about for this year as well.
For sure.
And if anybody has any ideas of what we should do next year, just give us an email at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com. And thank you, everyone, for listening. Share. Please share. Please tag your friends. Do something to help our show out. Or you can donate on PayPal. Give us some feedback.
Like it.
Whatever you got to do. But until then, we will see you, NT. See you next Thursday. Hit it, boys.
Yay!
Yay!